Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to talk about something that I decided I was going to go ahead and give a try to a couple days ago. It's been about a week since I did the last video where I talk about this particular transition. So we're going to talk about the reasons why I feel that I made the mistake of doing this. So let's go ahead and first off, take a look at the crypto market right now. This is what the market looks like. It's actually doing pretty well, considering the state of what's going on in the world. I know for me personally, I'm excited to see all these numbers going up. So let's keep a positive outlook on all of it. So let's go ahead and dive on into what I am referring to, which I am at this point sort of feeling would be a little bit of a mistake. All right, so here you can actually see that we are on Hashrate.no. Reason why I wanted to come here is because some people might be wondering whether or not GPUs are profitable and or whether or not their ASICs are profitable. Well, this is one of the locations that you can actually go to actually monitor that to see what's actually going on in the environment. So right now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go look at GPUs. Why? Because this particular scenario I'm talking about, I was using my GPU rig that I have down in Virginia with Mr. New England Crypto at East Coast Hardware South, mining in his hosting facility. So I wanted to go ahead and I was trying to capitalize on this. Down there I actually have three 3070s, so I want to go and pull it up. Right here you can actually see the NVIDIA 3070, that's what I currently am running. So the most profitable possible coin, at least the coin that's at the very top of the list, is this Vecno, whatever this is. But as you can see, it is actually running in a negative. Out of everything that's on this list, the only coin that is actually showing as a positive is this Kerrigan E192. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I feel that when I switched my GPU rig over to that, I lost a lot of revenue. Reason being is this right here is actually, in my opinion, nowhere near as accurate as what it actually is. So what am I talking about? Well, this coin itself, as I did more research on it and watched a couple other videos on it, sort of got me questioning and thinking, how legit is this coin? And I feel at this point it's not really a very legit coin. So I pulled my GPU rig off of that and I switched it over back to my Kryptex pool. So that way I think I'm mining Zealous. I switched over to Zealous so that way I can earn it, and it's earning roughly about 30 cents a day, which is a lot less than what it shows here. If we were mining Kerrigan and it was actually if the numbers were actually truthful, we could be making a little bit more, but right there it does say 33 cents. So if we look here, you can see that it's 33 cents per coin. All right, so I did switch my GPU rig back over to my Kryptex pool, where I'm actually earning Zealous, and it's being paid out in just a regular currency. And I'm probably going to switch it over to Bitcoin when it's time for me to cash it out. But if you look here on Kerrigan, it is saying revenue would be 33 cents for the three GPUs. Now, let's come over to the only pool that was available at that time when I first did this video. And this was the Kerrigan pool, and this is based on their actual website, off their website itself. So right down here, I'm going to show you, you can actually see that I've been earning profits, or what they say would be profits of 0.16, and it's been paid out pretty consistently. And I think a total was, if you add all this together, probably be somewhere around 8 or 9 Kerrigan. And if we come all the way down here, you can see the 14th was when I first started mining this, or at least the first payout came out on the 14th. But it never actually hit my Safe Trade wallet. Part of that was probably due to the fact that I didn't actually have any Kerrigan sitting in my Safe Trade wallet, and it said that you had to have a minimum of 1 Kerrigan to deposit. Now, the problem with this site that I found is I cannot find anywhere on here to be able to adjust the payout amount so that way it would actually go. So guess what? I was basically donating all this back to the pool because it didn't do anything. So I'm going to come over here to Kerrigan.network really quick to walk you guys through this again. And as I was doing some research over the weekend, I did find some things based on other videos that I saw that I thought were sort of questionable, and at first I thought was really cool. So let's go ahead and scroll down here really quick. And what I want to point out is the way that they break this down as far as the rewards. Let's come on down here a little bit further, and it's right here. So this right here, the 40% development and growth fund, the 5% dev and founders, and the 15% treasury. These are all going back to Kerrigan, to the people who created this. So even though it's talking about a development and growth fund, the devs are only getting 5%. It's not actually 5%. You add the 40% plus the 15% plus the 5%. They're getting roughly 60% of the rewards that are being paid out. So now, is it really going to be worth it? That's the big question. For me, I'm going to say absolutely not. I am not going to be mining this coin anymore. There is the potential that it might do something. And you know what? Let me switch over to my Safe Trade account because this is one of the wallets that they are advertising that you can use, or platforms, I should say, not wallets. So under my assets, you'll see I don't really have a lot in here. I've only got $15 in here. But right here, you can actually see the Kerrigan that's in there. That's the Kerrigan that I traded on here from my USDT to Kerrigan. So I bought roughly $2 worth of Kerrigan, which was just under 20, which was just over 20 coins after all the fees and everything else like that. It ended up being just under 20 coins. So why am I not going to continue mining this? Well, first and foremost, if I'm going to use the Kerrigan pool itself, which is this guy right here, I have yet to actually find a way to adjust the payments. Here, if I come into the payments, you can see everything that I've earned, and there's actually quite a bit, and it's been paying out pretty, regularly, but it's not going into my wallet. I refuse to download a wallet onto my PC without actually knowing that it's actually a coin that's going to stick around, and I don't really trust this coin that much. Does it have potential? Yeah, if it's a legit coin, it's going to be a great asset to have, but for me personally, I'm not into this coin, so I'm switching back over to my Kryptex. If we go back into Hashrate.no, I did see this down here. There is another pool that just opened up, which is actually sort of cool. I don't know anything about it. If you guys want, we can click on it really quick to go ahead and take a look to see what it looks like. And so this would be the Equihash coin, which also there are 4 different algorithms that they actually promote that you can mine with. 2 are GPU based, 2 are ASIC based, and up here, which is one of the things that's sort of where they sort of are going against what they say, is they are talking about wanting to be a GPU mineable coin, GPU favorable coin, and it says it all up in here. But then when you really break it down and you start looking at it, the fact that they've got 2 algos that are GPU based and 2 algos that are ASIC based, how is it really a coin that's favorable to the GPU miners out there? So they've got some contradictions that they have going on. Here you can see the X11, the Payout, the whatchamacallit here, the Equihash for ASICs, and then the Equihash for GPUs. So it's exciting because they are trying to help promote GPU mining, but there's just enough on here that I'm just not 100% sure with. So under the GPUs, if we click on here, we select the brands that we have. We're looking at the NVIDIA. I'm using my 30 series. We're going to select the 3070. Right here, it tells us that with Payout, I'd be earning 10 cents a day. With Equihash, I'd be earning 5 cents a day. This changes so drastically with this algorithm. It's hard to really truly want to sit there and stay on it. I'd rather stay on something that's more tried and true. So let me switch over to my Kryptex dashboard here to show you all my crypto miners that are actually associated with my Kryptex pool. Let me refresh this really quick just so that way it's the most updated information. Right here, this top one, that's my actual PC that we're currently recording on. I actually am not running this on Kryptex. I'm actually running it on Salad, and I'm actually up to the point where I'm running about $2 a day on Salad. So I'm going to keep my big PC here with my 3090 running on Salad because it's the most profitable there. If I could actually switch my GPU rig over to Salad, I'd probably do it, but I'll show you that really quick too before we end the video, but it's not really profitable for 3070s. So as you can see, I've got my AL0, my bit axes, my bytes on here as well. There's my magic miner. This is the crypto miner that I have that actually hit a solo block of Bitcoin too. And actually, I've sort of considered switching all this back over to solo mining to see if we can hit that magic solo block for Bitcoin. Because if you guys have paid attention to the market or to the environment, there's actually been a lot of solo blocks being hit on Bitcoin, which is incredible. And it's probably due in part to the fact that the difficulty itself is coming down. But as you can see right here, this one right here is what I called my GPU rig right now. It's currently earning 34 cents a day, which for the month is going to earn roughly $10.56. Now, is that worth me running it and trying to earn that money? Probably not, especially when you factor in how much is it going to cost per month with electricity. The nice thing about it being hosted in Mr. New England Crypto's facility down in ECH South, the electrical costs down there are a little less expensive, so he can actually pass on the savings to you guys. Now, you would have to reach out to him to be able to get a consultation to see what he can get for you. He also does sell crypto miners as well. So I'm not getting any kind of kickback for this, but I want to go ahead and promote. Let him know that I sent you to him, and he'll take care of you guys. He'll get you guys set up right. But if you look at everything, all these miners that I have on here total, we're going to be slated to earn roughly $145.68 per month, which isn't bad. I'm going to switch over to the dashboard really quick because I want to show you right now the current rewards that are in there are just under $40. When I switch over to the payouts, you can actually see right here under payout history that I just took a payout on April 8th of roughly $30 as well. So over the course of 11 days, I've actually been able to re-earn the $30 plus back. Now, one thing I do want to go ahead and show you guys really quick with Kryptex, and the reason why I keep putting my stuff on here instead of just doing the regular mining, is if you look right here, you can see all the different cryptocurrencies that you can be rewarded in, as well as USD. So you got a Violet card, your Amazon card, your Kryptex rewards as well. And then down here you could do swap USDT for USD, PayPal, stuff like that. So ultimately, what am I going to be doing with this GPU rig that's down in ECH South? For right now, we're going to leave it on Kryptex because it's going to basically make the same amount of what Hashrate.no says. Which if we look again here really quick, it's gonna show a little bit less actually at this point, which is really cool. So now it proves why I switched off that coin. So at 26 cents profit, I can either do that or I can make 34 cents on Kryptex. So for you guys and for myself, I feel going to leaving on Kryptex and mining Zealous, that's the way to go. So with that being said, please let me know down in the comments down below what you guys are doing. Do you guys keep up on the crypto environment, especially with coins and the GPUs? What kind of hardware are you using? What kind of questions do you guys have about this environment when it comes to crypto mining? Please let me know down in the comments below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, turn the bell notification on, set it to all so that we don't miss out on any future videos like this. I do have a couple more planned, and actually I think the next video that's going to be coming out, I'm going to show you guys a couple apps that I have on my phone that actually pay out in USD or in crypto. And one of them actually periodically goes out and gives 3 times rewards, a bonus, and it pays out in either Bitcoin, Ethereum, or I think you can send it over to PayPal as well. But I've had this one for a while. I've done some payouts with it, and I usually do Bitcoin. Sometimes I'll switch over to Ethereum, but it's really cool as well. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day.